Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to the Midday Moment. Hi, replay people. I heart each of you as we give a moment for live people to join us. If it's your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davinajphd. Welcome to the Midday Moment. The Midday Moment, y'all, it is the place where we expect great things. And we expect great things not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are fully human and we are fully divine. In our fully human selves, we got stuffs. In our fully divine selves, we got the answers to the stuffs. So the midday moment is designed to make sure you are tapping into your divine. Because when you tap into your divine, you tap into your answers, you tap into your river of hope, your river of joy, your river of love, your river of peace. Yes, your river of resolve. You tap into your river of everything that your soul requires. Yes. And we are not by ourselves. We are part of a larger network called Kingdom. And on our Midday Moment face page, as we also channel to YouTube, just about everybody is on Facebook, but we're still working on, some things to do with YouTube. So it's in faith sitting there on YouTube. But we are not by ourselves. We are part of a larger network. And on our Facebook page, we've got a menu of kingdom inspirations that includes the daily download, Tuesday and Thursday prayer and praise. So check it out. It's time for the midday moment. Come on, y'all. It's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Whoa, it's time. I'm expecting. Come on, y'all. I'm expecting great things. Yes, I'm expecting great things. Oh, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Now let's say, where are we expecting in my life? Yeah, I'm expecting great things in my home. Oh, I'm expecting great things, yeah. All around, background, all around, I'm expecting great things. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. Sometimes I may not see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Hey, oh, oh. All right, y'all. Say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. All right, y'all. So y'all know that's been our theme song for 2 years now. We started Midday Moment in my backyard with no makeup, no barely clothes because it was hot. We were outside, and I was with the kiddos because it was right when everything kind of shut down at the beginning of the pandemic, and we had kids at the house, and I was not sitting up in the house all day long just looking at kids, and they look at me. So we started our own backyard school, and that's how the Midday Moment began, because I desired to encourage people how to use their time and how to, just put some light and good energy out there. And so we were in the backyard with my two Mickey Mouse ponytails and my natural curly hair and no makeup and all of that, doing yoga and science projects with a failed volcano. The volcano did not erupt, so I don't know, we did something wrong. But anyways, we gave it a go. So anywho, ever since then, I started playing great things, and folks liked it, and I asked for a vote to do something new, and they said no. So we still at it. All right. So again, we are not by ourselves, but we are part of a larger network called Kingdom, and we invite you to participate in our other menu options, the daily download with Dr. Pulley, Monday through Saturday morning, Tuesday and Thursday, prayer and praise with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. We have Sunday morning soak-in sessions. It's prayer, 15 minutes of prayer with the Zimmermans, the Bishop Samuel Zimmerman, and the Bishop Paulette Zimmerman. All right. And so we have some of those commercials there. So they're on the Facebook page. Okay. All right, now for the midday moment, we have been reading in. It's just that simple. It's a simple book, and we're almost through. Okay, we've been taking our time going from section to section. And this book is written based on the premise that very often we make it easy for you to come into the faith experience. And in this case, we speak mostly of the Christian faith experience, but others too. Many faiths tend to make it very easy for you to come in. But then when you're in, we make it so difficult and complicated for you to have the faith experience. And so to have this faith experience that we call kingdom is built on three, what I like to call three pillars: love God, love yourself, and love other people. Yep, that's it. Love God. That can be a challenge depending on how you see God. I grew up with an angry God, so I had to kind of work through. God is love. I had to work through that. God is love. So now that I love God as love, I love God as source, I love God as all, that's helping me to love me as an offspring of love, as an offspring of source, as an offspring of divine all. Yes. And that also now helps me to love you also as a sibling, and an offspring of love. I didn't say we always act like it, okay? We don't always act like where we come from. My parents, at least my parents used to say, act like where you come from, act like you got some home training, act like I done taught you something. So we don't always act like where we come from. That was the mean God too in there. But anyways, it was in that and work through it. Okay. All right. So we are on the last part of the pillar, which is to love other people. How do we love other people? And so we've been massaging that, and we are now on another component of that. We're on page 43. And page 43 is about the fact that love is long suffering. So let's talk about this a little bit. I done broke it up into 3 Jones Jewels. Thank you so much if you're joining me on your lunch break, or just thank you for joining me. And I know some of you are on your break, your lunch break. I'm on my break too. And matter of fact, it's a full day, so I'm trying. I gotta make this one. I'm being intentional to kind of get on through this, and I'm at 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, so I got to get on through this because I got other things that I got to give some attention to. All right, so here's another component of what it means to love other people. As you have learned to love God as love God as all, and learn to love yourself, and now we learn to love other people. So, number one, it is rather easy to love people that number. Jones Jewel number one. We're dealing with C's today. C's. We're dealing with C's today. It is rather easy to love people who care for you. That's the easy part, to actually be kind to people who care for you. There are some people, however, who are not kind to people that care for them. And that is because everything about your release to other people, everything about your expression to other people is coming from within you. So you know what? When you jacked up, when I say jacked up, I don't mean in condemnation. But when you having a rough go, when you are not yourself because you didn't have your Snickers bar and you hungry, you're not kind to other people, even when they care for you. Mhm. That's why we work through love God, love yourself, then love me. I mentioned to you the other day, we just came from convocation. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was amazing. And I gave you the example that Elder Cherie was assisting me, and I really appreciated her. She was oh my God, such a great help. And we were getting ready for Friday morning manna, and I asked her if she had eaten breakfast, and she said no. And I was like, that's a wrap. Go eat, because you're not gonna be careful. You're not gonna be helping me, hungry, growling, and then talking about me in your head. Go eat. That's out of order. Eat first, take care of you, then you can help me. Okay. So you generally speaking, it is easy for you to love people that care for you. unless you've not cared for yourself. Jones rule number 2. Now, this is when it gets a little challenging, honey. When you got to love people that curse you. Now, that's a whole nother thing right there. You really got to come from a place of self-love to be kind with people that curse you. Now, that doesn't mean that you make those people your best friend. I'm not saying that we have tea and cookies every. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I may never meet you. I may never invite you to my house. However, the energy that I hold for you, the consciousness that I hold for you is love. Now, wisdom may say I love you from over here, but I don't hate you. I don't even speak ill upon you. I pray mercy, and I hold the space of love for you. It takes self-love to do that. It takes self-love to do that. I firmly believe that is one of the things that really made Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stand out. He wasn't the only one tired of sitting on the back of the bus. He wasn't the only one tired of witnessing people hanging from trees. Come on, strange fruit, Billie Holiday. He wasn't the only one tired of that mess. Yet, I do believe that he had a certain mode of operation, that he held the consciousness as best as he knew how to, held the consciousness of love, and knew that you could not fight hate with hate. Only love can neutralize hate. And I still believe that to this day. So if I say, yeah, well, they killed him, and you still talking about him. We still working with them. You may have physically touched MLK, but the energy that he operated in is still present with us. The energy that he breathed and gifted us with, it's still present. I know you may say, well, look around, look at what's going on. I understand. But in the midst of all of that, you still see light. Light and darkness will exist in the same day. But Ecclesiastes tells us that light excels the darkness, and I believe it. Yeah, I do. And if you look closely, you'll see that it's true as well. So that's when it really becomes a testament. It's one thing to love people that care for you, the first C. It's a whole nother thing to love people that curse you. And it doesn't mean that you are their BFF. It means that sometimes you have to release them or hold them accountable and still hold the consciousness of love, that they are a divine offspring. They just done lost track. That's all. They just over there in the hog pen like the prodigal son. But the father still held the consciousness of who you really are. I know you acting like a right now, but I'm going to hold the consciousness of who you really are. And the only way I can do that is when I hold the consciousness of who I am. Y'all, that's good right there. All right, last C. So we went from care. It's easy to love people. It's easier. It's a little bit of a path, a little lighter path to love people who care for you. A little bit more challenging to love people who curse you. And here is the reminder. When you do find yourself having a difficult time loving somebody, holding the consciousness of love, get the last C. It's called a camera. Take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of yourself, honey, because somebody done loved you through your poo-poo. Yeah, that rhymes. Somebody done loved you through your poo-poo. So take a picture. There you go. I got to go, y'all. Listen, we're just trying to help everybody love each other, okay? Just trying to help you love each other. I got to go. I love you. I appreciate you. I bless you. Thank you so much for spending your break time or your retirement time, your vacation time, whatever your time is. Thank you for spending it with me here on the Midday Moment. Like and share. Don't be stingy. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the kind words, the encouragement, the well wishes, and so forth, the reflections. I appreciate the gifts, the offerings, all of that as an encouragement to keep the Midday Moment brewing and stewing. All right. Take care, everybody. I love you. God bless you.